And welcome, Perry Kurtz.
All right, now we're cooking. Well, welcome to Jerry's birthday party. Where is Jerry? Right there. All right, Jerry. Everybody's here just for you. Did you know that? They had so many other things to do, but they took off just to be here for you. Well, welcome. My name is Perry Kurtz. I'm going to be your entertainment for a little while. Can everybody see me where you're seated? I want to make sure you can see me in my jacket. Yeah, somebody last week said I looked like a baked potato with feet. Is that a little rude? I bought this in 1981 for $21, and I still have it. So I always wear this for special occasions, and Jerry, this is a special occasion, and that's why we're all here. So my name is Perry Kurtz. I am an entertainer. Actually, I've been a comedian since 1974, never had a day job. And I've always been funny. It started out way back when I was 10 years old, and my dad said to me, "Do I have to take off my belt?" And I said, "Well, I'd like that because it's smaller than your hand." He laughed and he left me alone. So now I'm a comedian. I'm 68 years old. I'm not just here to entertain you. I'm also looking for a place to live. My question is, how's the food? Everybody's going, yes, that's good. Okay, I was at a place last week. She went, yeah. I guess that was bad. So as I said, I'm 68 years old. I'm originally from Philadelphia. Anybody ever heard of Philly? Philadelphia is one of the original cities. They consider themselves modern, advanced, progressive. Yet all these hundreds of years, they still haven't fixed the Liberty Bell. You can't put some tape over that, some glue, something. But that's where I'm originally from, and I have a mother back there, and I think she might have dementia. Do we have anybody here with dementia? We don't know. Very good answer. I just want to know if I can repeat myself every 5 minutes. See, I haven't. I'm actually going into a study for it. I forget people's names right after they tell me. And where I live, the freeway splits, and I'm supposed to make a left and get off. And I pulled up one night about a month ago, and I went, I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. I've lived there for 4 years. I don't know where I live. So I cut out a white cardboard L, and I put it on the left side of the dashboard next to the steering wheel to remind me to make a left. 2 nights ago, I pulled up, I looked at the L, and I went, L, I'm lost. But my mother has it really bad. She's 88. And I called her up. I said, "Hi, Mom." She goes, "Hi, who's this?" I said, "This is Perry." She goes, "Perry? I have a son named Perry." I said, "Yeah, Mom, this is Perry. I'm calling you right now." "Oh, who's calling me right now?" "This is Perry. I'm calling you." "You're calling me? Who do you want?" "Well, I want to talk to you." "Well, who are you?" "This is Perry." What a coincidence. My son's name is Perry too. But he's not here right now. "No, Mom, I'm calling you on the phone." "I know you're on the phone. Who are you?" "This is Perry, your son." "My son's not here." So I decide to skip right past that. So I go, "Did you eat today?" She goes, "I don't know. Let me look in the sink." Now that's an important thing, because I don't know if you've done this. You get up in the morning and you get busy and you're doing things during the day, and all of a sudden your hands are going, oh, it's because you forgot to put gas in the car. Have something to eat. Keep some fruit in your room. An apple or a banana. Bananas are great. Once you pass 55, we're low on potassium. Have a banana if you can. And also get outside and get vitamin D from the sky. It's really important. So she's back there. I got a brother. He's got some daughters. He's got grandchildren. And I started doing comedy in Philadelphia in 1974, worked out in New York, and moved to San Francisco in 79. When I got there, I met a guy named Robin Williams, and him and I became best friends. And we did a lot of improv together, very, very close. In 1981, I started having dinner once a month with Bill Cosby. And through Bill, I got to meet two of my other best friends, Rodney Dangerfield. You know Rodney? I get no respect. He became a very good friend. He was flying me to New York 4 times a year for like $3 grand for 5 nights. Not bad money. 7 shows. And he would tell me, don't bring any cash. Everything was paid for. No matter what I wanted. I was having steak and lobster for breakfast. And then, I think it was around 83 or 84, I met Milton Berle, Uncle Milty. You remember Uncle Milty? Yep. He became like a grandfather. He taught me about comedy and about personality and how real things are usually the funniest. And that's what I talk about. He also was flying me down here to LA to work at the Friars Club. You've heard of that, where they have the roast? Well, I was getting to perform there. One night, I did about 11 minutes instead of the normal 6. And had a great show. I got off the stage, and I'm surrounded by Johnny Carson, Joey Bishop, Shecky Green, Phyllis Diller, Toady Fields, and Charles Durning, the actor. And Johnny walks up, he goes, hey kid, I saw your stuff, you're very funny, good personality, and you're actually likable. Oh, thank you. Joey Bishop goes, hey, pretty funny stuff. Shecky Green went, okay. I get a tap on the shoulder, I turn around, there's a short little bald fat guy. He takes my hand in his hand, he goes, hey, I saw your show. Nice try. Don Rickles. I've been insulted by Don Rickles. So I was doing that. Now, while we were there, that night, Milt made a call to the Comedy Store and got me an audition, which is very hard to do. I got in there, did my audition, got in as a paid regular, and the money was good, so I moved down here to LA. Then about a year later, I was 89, in 2000, I met my wife online. Now, you've heard of computer dating where you see each other and you say yes and you talk and then you talk on the phone. We didn't have pictures then. We didn't even have colored letters. That's how slow it was. When you would type a word, you had to watch a letter build itself dot by dot. So I typed my name and it went doot, 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 doot. That was the P alone. By the time my name finished printing on the screen, my wife made a sandwich, ate it, digested it, and made another sandwich. So she called me, we talked on the phone for 40 hours over 3 days, and I fell in love with her because she has a southern accent. And I love accents. Like I said, I'm from Philadelphia. But people always say, are you from New York? If I was from New York, I would talk like this. People in New York all sound like they ate a sandwich and part of it is stuck in their mouth. How you doing? Where you from? Brooklyn? You know, but I do have the East Coast. I still talk. I say turn on the light. Walk the dog. I say walk. People say no, it's walk. I go no. A wok is something you cook Chinese food in. So my wife had a southern accent. She talks like this, and we were on the phone and she was talking slow. And that's the interesting thing. Do we have anybody here from the Deep South? Anybody been there? Have you ever heard of it? Okay. Well, they talk really slow down there. They drive slow, they walk slow, they talk slow because there's no reason to hurry. And when they talk, they stretch out the words. They enjoy every syllable. They don't just say hello, they go, hi, how are you? What's up? So my wife has that. She has a great phrase. Whenever she's going out, she goes, I'm going over yonder. You heard that one? Yeah, I don't know where yonder is, but she always found her way back. So we went out for 6 months. In those days, I had a motorcycle. I was traveling a lot, living in San Francisco. There's no parking. In San Francisco, there's one parking spot for every 8 people. I don't know what they do with their cars. So I bought a motorcycle. And because I was traveling so much, I put a big box on the back, a trunk. And on the trunk, I put the word Cycle. Are you getting the joke? I actually had people pull up next to me and try to go, hey, what's a Cycle? It's mine. Your name's Perry? Yes, it is. What are you, a comedian? Yes, I am. And they would try to run me over. So we were going out on the bike a lot. I was working at the Comedy Store. Richard Pryor was there all the time. David Letterman was coming down. Rob was stopping, and Milton was doing sets. And got to know everybody. Then, after about 6, 7 months, she says, why do you come out to my house? And I went, okay, I drive out there. I walk in, there's a guy sitting on the couch watching television. There's a little baby girl crawling across the floor. And then I see a little boy and the girl in the corner playing with blocks. And I went, honey, who are these kids? And she finds that so funny. I guess I forgot to tell you, I have children. I'm looking at the two doors trying to think which one's going to get me out of there fast. Did you ever hear the saying, don't get involved with somebody who has baggage? My wife owns Samsonite. Well, I got to know the kids. I fell in love with them. And I found out that the kids did not know their father. So I said, you know what? I don't drink. I haven't had alcohol since '74. I don't smoke cigarettes, not in drugs. Never been in jail for it. I would be a father. So one night at dinner, I gave everybody a little gold ring, and I got down on the floor on my knee, and I said, I'd like to ask the four of you to marry me. And they went, okay, except for my son, who said, yeah, whatever. Can we have dinner now? So now the kids are all grown up. They're 30, 32, and 35. And 15 years ago, my wife gave me the shock of my life. She takes me in the bedroom and says, guess what? I said, what? She goes, I'm pregnant.
Oh my God.
I almost said that. I looked at her and I said, any idea who the father is? She didn't seem to find that funny for some reason. And she says, you're the father, grow into it. She walked out of the room and I sat on the bed and I'm going, oh my God, I'm going to have a child. I'm a comedian. I'm out every night. Oh, this is unbelievable. And I watched my wife grow into motherhood. I watched her grow and grow and grow and grow. She gained 127 pounds. She weighed 260 when the baby was born. She was so round that if you pushed her sideways, she would roll back into a standing position. We saved your seat right up front. Well, this jacket is great. Unfortunately, it's very warm, so I'm going to, as we say in the business, I'm going to take it off. Now, ladies, calm down. Don't go reaching in your purses for dollar bills. I'm just taking off the jacket. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's more than enough. So now I have a beautiful 14-year-old daughter, and I know she's pretty because when we go out, women say the same thing. They go, your daughter's so pretty. Your wife must be stunning. Do I get credit for being there? I thought I was part of that equation. But nobody believes that I have a beautiful daughter. So, I bring a picture to show off. This is my little baby. Isn't that amazing? I made this. And when we go out to karaoke, we go out together a lot. Whenever she gets done singing, women always come up and talk to her. Now, if they touch her, I get protective. And I go over and I put my arm on her shoulder. And this has happened a lot. Women point at me and they go, is this your grandpa? She takes the arm off. Well, she's a good lady. That's a bad way to start a conversation. This is my dad. He made me. And back up. So I have been very fortunate. Now, there are other people that have been fortunate. There are people here that have lived a long time. Now, I didn't know if I was going to make it. I drove out here from a town called Pacoima, which actually means no white people. And I'm it. I actually got called a gringo in a store. I said, gringo? Nobody's used that since 1985. So I was driving out here. It was on the 119. The freeway was completely stopped. I'm not moving. I shut off my motor. I got out. I checked my oil. I washed off my windows. I made a couple calls. Somebody was running back and forth. So I finally made it here. But today is a very special day because we have somebody celebrating his 103rd birthday. And I don't know if he knows he's here or not. Jerry, this is for you. And we are all here to celebrate your birthday. That's why we have the balloons. Look at this. They actually counted out 103. Joan put this together. How about a round of applause for Joan, your activities director. She works very hard to try and keep you happy. So I found out some information about you. And since you are the focus of the party, we are going to discuss you. Now, first of all, he is known as Jerry Schneider. But supposedly, his best friend when he was growing up was named his real name is Irving Schneider. Is that correct? And you just took on the name Jerry because Irving is a weird name. I understand that. So he became Jerry Schneider. He was born and raised in Brooklyn. You're in Brooklyn, all right. What part of Brooklyn? Do you remember?
Brownsville.
All right. And you lived out there. So he's from Brooklyn. In case anybody's going out there, he might need a ride home. Anybody going in that direction? No. You were in the United States Navy during World War II. And where were you stationed?
In the Pacific.
In the Pacific. And what was your rank? Were you a commander? Were you a cleanup boy? What did you do?
Lieutenant Commander.
You were Lieutenant Commander. I salute you, sir. We have a live veteran here. Do we have any other veterans in the room? Couple of them. I salute all you veterans for helping our country stay safe. In 1968, the draft came out. My number was 93. They took up to 146. They had me come in for an interview. After about 15 minutes, the guy looks at me and goes, Mr. Kurtz, we appreciate you coming in, but you're way too funny. You're going to do nothing but cause problems on the front line. Have a nice day. Thanks for coming. I was rejected by the U.S. military. So I respect you for making it. Now, he was over there. I understand for 40 years you worked as an engineer. Is that true?
Right.
So you drove a train? That's a joke, folks. This is comedy. So what'd you do? Like design bridges, things like that? What kind of an engineer?
Airplane.
Airplanes. All right.
Heating and air conditioning.
Heating and air conditioning. Thank God for you, or we'd be sweating right now. Let's see. You have two children, Gary and Susan. I'm assuming Susan is one of them. And her husband, Stephen. So you guys know each other? You've met? That's good. Very good that you met each other before you did that. And he has children. 5 grandchildren. Wow. Now, how many of the 5 were yours? 2. Which 2?
Jared and Kevin.
Jared and Kevin. All right. Congratulations. And here's the kill. This is 10 great grandchildren. Justin, Alex, Avery, Dylan, Madeline, Kayla, Hudson, Ben, Landon, and Eli. Unbelievable. They don't all look alike, do they? No, that would be in South Carolina. Because in South Carolina, there's a lot of inbreeding. There are people there that are their own parents. Now, that's a lot. 10. When you see your great-grandchildren, do you ever forget their names? Yeah, I would imagine. Do you forget their names?
Well, of the grandchildren, 2 of them are twins, so...
You have twins, so you don't know which one's which.
I do not.
Wow. Did you ever think like parting their hair on different sides or anything like that? Make them dress over? Did they dress the same?
Well, they're on the other side of the country. I only see
Oh, so who cares now? They're
Yeah.
gone. All right, so their name comes up when they call you, so you know who they're talking to. That's good. That's another thing I love about doing these shows. Nobody's on their cell phone. You ever see teenagers these days? They're always on their phones. They can't do anything. The next generation is going to be born with giant thumbs. When they walk down the street, it's like this. No, really, I got to go. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. They have no clue what's going on. They can't talk to each other. They can only text. It's amazing. And my daughter's 14, same way. We're in the car. Bella, I'm here. Bella, get off your phone for a minute. All right, now, he has had some hobbies. I understand you were living in Camarillo for a while, which is not far from that beautiful area, and you were a celebrated bowling star, which means if he's doing like this. Yeah, just one eyebrow went down. Yeah, a little bit. Now, what was your highest score?
246.
246. That's amazing. I was happy if I would get 46. I was terrible. In Philadelphia, I went bowling with a bunch of friends, and I was in the last lane, and I said, I'm going to get them all, and I threw them as hard as I could. I ran up, and I just chucked it, and it bounced. and it hit the lane, and it bounced out of the lane and went through the door to the back room. So they don't let me bowl there anymore. But that's great. Wow. Now, when did you move out here from New York? What years?
When I moved out of New York,
Yeah. 60s, 70s?
the 30s.
The 30s. Wow, that was really early. All right. Well, you're here. Now you're officially Californian, you know. You're Californian. So now, when something happens, you can go, whoa. You know, you can say, hey, if you don't like something, you can just go, whatever. That's great. And what I understand is in 2014, you renewed your driver's license for 5 years. So you got another one coming up. You got to go in and get renewed for that one. Are you going to continue to drive?
No, not that.
Nah. Yeah, I hate driving. You know why? Because there's other people on the road. I don't know if any of you drive, but I've noticed people, the steering wheel, all that stuff is for specific reasons. Like the steering wheel is the place where you lay your phone while you're texting. The brake is so you don't hit somebody because you look up and you notice you were going to run into them. The turn signal is only to blink at people when they're coming the other way. And the horn is so you beep at people when they don't take off from the light in a half a second.
Right.
People can't wait 2 seconds. I gotta go, move now. All right, and this is the 90th anniversary of your bar mitzvah. So Baruch Hashem. That's a Jewish word. Do we have any Jews here? Just a couple, and you were a little afraid to put your hands up. That's all right. My family and I, after we got married, we moved out to South Carolina because I was working out there. And we moved right across the street from my wife's father, Jimmy. And he's a good old country boy. Now, the city my wife is from had 193 people. And they were all related to my wife. So Jimmy threw a big party on his back porch. And he had barbecue out there, and everybody was there. And he comes out and says, hey everybody, gather around, come here, make a big circle, come here. Hey, Bobby, put the gun down, just put it down lightly. No, don't use your foot, just push it, that's it. All right, everybody, I want to thank you for being here. As you know, my daughter Sarah is back in town, she's gotten married, and this is my new son-in-law, and he puts his arm around my head, which is down here. This is my new son-in-law, this is Perry. He's a real Jew boy. Everybody in line went. And I heard someone in the back go, I never seen one before. I actually had a guy who was like 6 foot tall come up to me and he's looking at the top of my head. I said, what are you looking for? He says, you ain't got no horns. I said, oh, we shaved those off in the 1300s. They're gone now. You know. But actually, I'm not really that good of a Jew. I mean, on Easter, my daughter and I split a pound of bacon. That's what kind of a Jew I am. But I did a show down in Gardena, and there were 280 people in a giant cafeteria. And I said, do we have any Jews here? And they all went. I go, any Germans? And they went. I got packed up and out of there so quickly. Now, here's a little bit more. He is a painter, and I hear he's very good, and you have some of the paintings in your room. Has anybody seen any of his paintings? It's really good for you. It's good therapy. You got to think about getting back into it. It's good. Keeps your arms moving and all. But it is his birthday. So, on the count of 3, we're going to sing the birthday song. Everybody remember that? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jerry. Happy birthday to you. Yay, let's give him a round of applause. Congratulations, Jerry. That is an amazing accomplishment to make it to 103. And I heard on the radio yesterday, and I don't know the validity of the facts, but they said that women over 5'9" have a better chance of living past 90. Whereas if you're under 5'2", You're lucky if you make it till 70. Whereas men, there's no logic at all. As Milton Berle told me, you know why men die before their wives? Because they want to. Oh. But it's all about trying to live your life. Let's face it, it's not easy. I don't know if you notice this, but we're all starting to get old. Now, we're not actually old, but we're getting older. Never say I'm old, say I'm older, because old indicates you're done. Older means you're still moving. And we are. And getting older is not easy. Our bodies change. Remember when you were 18 years old and you would go to take a shower and you would your body was slim and straight, and to wash the soap off, all you had to do was put your arms up and it would all wash off. Then you hit 40 and gravity starts to pull your parts down. Now to wash the soap off, you have to lift things out of the way. Some of us start to get gray hair. I'm happy I've got my hair. I'm amazed at that. That's my best feature. Young people always say the same thing. Do you darken your hair? Yeah, I darken it and then I spray the gray back in there. My mother still has her bright red hair. My mother's 4'10". All her life, she has been told she looks like Debbie Reynolds. That's all she's ever heard. When Debbie Reynolds died, she called me up. She said, "Per, Debbie Reynolds is dead. Now who do I look like?" I said, "Burt Reynolds." She said, "That's good enough for me." So our hair changes color. Our eyes start to go. We got to wear special glasses. Some of us have to wear bifocals. If you don't know what bifocals are, it's two lenses. The top one so you can see far away, but the bottom is so you can see things up close. But the problem is, the bottom ones make things look closer. And when I first got mine, I was tripping going up the stairs because I couldn't tell where the stairs were. Now, it's one thing to trip coming down, but when you go up and you're going like this, you just feel stupid. Now, I am without glasses. In November, I had cataract surgery on my right eye, and 3 weeks ago, I had cataract surgery on my left eye, and I'm driving without glasses. And after 60 years of wearing glasses, I still constantly go. Every night when I go to bed, I go like this. I go, what did I do with my glasses? Oh yeah, I don't wear them anymore. But we go through changes. Of course, you probably remember when you first got your dentures. I don't know if you ever did this. After you have maybe 6, 7 months, you're driving somewhere. You're in the car. Suddenly you remember you forgot to put your teeth in. Your first reaction is go, oh no. And you spend the rest of the day talking to people with your hand over your mouth. Our bodies change. We get diabetes. Anybody hear of diabetes? A couple people. I got it really bad. I had it for 18 years and didn't know. And when I got it, I had sugar in my lenses, and it was really bad. And because of that, I got arthritis very badly in my left hip. Had to have my hip replaced. Any hip replacements? No, just me? Amazing. Well, what happens is I got a bone spur, which is a lump in between the bones. And when I would walk, it would go. I was going to get the operation. One night I had a nightmare. I dreamt that I was on the operating table, and I heard the doctor say, "Nurse, I think I cut too deep." And she says, "Why do you think that, doctor?" He says, "Because I just scratched the table." Now that was just a dream, but I woke up sweaty and scared, so I put off the operation for 2 years, and I started taking a medication. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Vicodin. I was taking 10 to 20 pills a day. Yeah, I didn't have any pain, but I couldn't feel anything from my neck down. I didn't know if I was going to the bathroom or not. One time I was leaving the Improv, and I was saying goodbye to Bud, the owner of the club. I said, "Bud, thanks for having me on the show, but I got to go." And he goes, "You already did." A year later, something changed in my body, and now I have to wear an extra piece of clothing. I have to wear plastic pants. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. It's actually a comfort, because it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If at any time I have to go, I can just, wait a minute. I can just stop and go on, so it's actually a good thing. I have neuropathy in my feet, gotta wear special shoes, got the bunions, gotta have a doctor look at this. It's not easy getting older, but the bottom line is you made it, and you have to remember. Now, I'm going to start asking you questions, but I need a response, but I don't want you to have to raise your hand or applaud. So if your answer is yes to any of these questions, I want you to go, ee-haw! All right? Sound very popular in the Deep South. If your answer is yes, go, ee-haw! All right, first question. First, what I want you to do, on the count of three, everybody go, ee-haw. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ee-haw. Okay, remember, if your answer is yes, ee-haw. How many people are seeing me today for the first time? Yeah. Okay. How many have never seen me before? Yeah. Okay, I confused a couple people. How many people are here today? Yeah. Yeah. How many don't know where you are? How many really don't care at this point? Yeah. Okay. All right, now. One thing you can do to remind you that you've made it is remember that. How many of you, again by years, how many thought you were never going to make it past 30 or 40? How many thought you'd never make it past 50? How many thought you would never get down to this room today? Alright, but the thing is, we're all surprised that we made it this far. And one of the things you can do is remind yourself that you were successful in this journey to get here. And you celebrate things like Jerry's doing. You celebrate your birthday. Do you have anybody here that's got a birthday last month, December, January, coming up in February? Anybody with birthdays? All right, these two right there, we got these four. All right, and you October. Well, that's the way we're talking about closer. Let's start with the couple. You both put your hands up at exactly the same time. Now, you guys, you seem to be touching. Are you guys together? No, these two right here, this couple. Just friends? Okay. Because you both put your hands up at the exact same time. We'll start the lady, and what is your name, dear? Jean, and where are you from originally? Kansas. All right. Well, no, we're talking to her. We'll get to you separately. No, I'm talking to Jean right now. All right. And when is your actual birthday? January 18th. So you just had it. Terrific. And what age did you become? 85? You're in good shape. Your brain works really well. You missed it because when I asked her how old did you become, she went, I didn't know the answer was on the ceiling. But you told me your age, which is great. A lot of women won't tell you their age. They're afraid. I don't know why you're embarrassed. Be proud if they say the same thing. I'm old enough to know better. What does that mean? Better than what? Young enough to care. Oh, and young enough to not care. All right.
No, that's not fair.
That's important. To always accept your birthday and be happy with it. And the gentleman, you sir, what is your name?
Arthur.
Arthur, where are you from originally?
Originally from the Caribbean, but I grew up in New York City.
New York City. Well, you speak very well for New York. When is your birthday?
22nd of January. That was Tuesday.
Wow, so you just had it 2 days ago. That's great. How old did you become?
96.
96!
All right.
Wow, your brain's working good. You see how fast he threw that out there?
Yeah, I like it.
That's a good sign. So you must talk to a lot of people. You like talking, right?
Yes, I have a lot.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. And over here, I saw a hand come up over there. Somebody on that row also had a birthday? Right there on the end. And what's your name, dear?
Danita.
What is it?
Danita.
Danita. And where are you from originally?
Montreal, Canada.
Canada. Good to see you, eh?
Yeah.
That's Canadian. They put A on the end there. I don't know why they don't go A, B, C. And when is your birthday?
15th of January.
15th. So you just had yours. How old did you become? 79. Congratulations. This is great. You guys, you're a sharp group. I play places where I ask them their names and they go, now? No, what's your name going to be tomorrow? But you guys have all answered quickly, and that's a sign that they have a good brain. See, your brain is very important. Your brain runs the body. If your brain walks, the body will follow. So you have to try and keep the brain active. One of the best things you can do is talk to live people, because then there's a constant interaction. You hear, you think, you react, and that keeps the brain sharp. Another thing you can do is play cards. I heard gin rummy is a great game for your memory. And bingo. Do we have anybody here that's won more than $5 at bingo? You have?
Sure.
Oh my God, you're the first one in 12 years. Wow, how much did you win?
Money.
Money. Could you be a little more vague? No, but you said you won more than $5.
Over $100.
You won over $100 in bingo?
Try it. You might like it.
Wow, I tried. I win like 30 cents. See, bingo is a great game for you because it works different parts of your brain. Number one, you have to turn up your hearing aids so you can hear what they say. Now, some places I go, they see me and they turn up their hearing aids, then they hear me and they turn them back down. So you got to be able to hear what they say, so that works your hearing. Then you'll have to be able to adjust your eyes and your lenses to see where the numbers are. And for me, the hard part is getting that chip on the board. Because I developed a spasm. When I hold light things in my left hand, like a pen or a fork, and I'm left-handed, my hand shakes. And I didn't know this until I was out having dinner with Bella, my daughter, and we were having macaroni and cheese, and I went like this, and my hand shook, and the macaroni and cheese flew off my hand, and in slow motion went, and hit the wall and slid down to the ground. Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is to be kicked out of a Denny's restaurant? So you got to try and get it on there, but it works your brain. Another thing is, don't lay around in your room and watch TV all day. Remember as we were growing up, it was called the boob tube? They said if you watched too much TV, you would grow up to be stupid. I watched way too much TV. That's all I knew. I would close my eyes and open them, and there would be a TV screen in front of me. But I grew up watching Johnny Carson and Milton Berle, and I'm just happy that I made it this far. And you did too. Now, some other things about getting older is we start to forget things. Like I said, the dementia. Some people get Alzheimer's. So you've got to try and keep your brain going. Now, when you all moved into this place, it was brand new. You came from your homes. You might have come from living with your family. And suddenly you're in this big house with other people. This is your extended family. Talk to each other. If there's somebody sitting in the hallway and they're looking down at the ground, don't be afraid to walk up and say, "Are you okay? Is there anything you want to talk about?" You might actually save a life. They have proven that 27 to 30% of seniors suffer from depression. So fight that by staying active and get outside once in a while. About a year ago, somebody told me that if you put your feet in the grass for 5 minutes every day, you'll start to feel better. And I tried it. I went, oh, this is bogus. I go out and put my feet in the grass, and after about a month, I started to feel like I was being energized. Something was coming from the earth. It wasn't the spider crawling up my leg, but there was something. So try and do that. Get out, get some air, and talk to each other. Another thing you need to do is stay hydrated. Water is really important. Our bodies are 80% water. That's why we float when we jump in the ocean. Now, one thing you can do to really keep yourselves going is to laugh whenever you can. Every time you laugh, you make yourself feel better. When you laugh, your body shakes, it improves your circulation, you breathe more, you get more air into your lungs, the oxygen goes to your brain, and it keeps you alive. So laugh whenever you can. And I'm going to show you. You can have a bad day, and if you don't feel good, just have a fake laugh. Pretend. Laugh for no reason, and it'll make you feel better. So on the count of 3, I want everybody to laugh as loud and as hard as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody laugh. You can't even stop laughing over here. That's good. See, what's great about the laughter is every time you laugh, it changes things. It creates a chemical in your brain called endorphins, which release strain and stress and pain. It makes you feel better, very similar to sex. but I'm not suggesting that during the show. But try to laugh. And one way to laugh is make other people laugh. If you go to the store and it's the end of the day and you say to the checker, I guess you're ready to go home, they go, oh yes I am. That's called relative humor. If you get somebody to laugh about something, you say, I was going to wear the same outfit, they're going to laugh. You're on the phone, somebody's eating, say, what are you eating? They go, oh, I love it. Make each other laugh. And jokes. An older couple walks out of a restaurant. As they walk past the wishing well, the husband throws a quarter in and he makes a wish. The wife throws a quarter in and falls in and drowns. The husband goes, wow, it worked. The man sitting in a bar, he's crying, his friend walks up, why are you crying? He says, I had a fight with my wife. She said she wouldn't talk to me for 30 days. He goes, why are you crying? He goes, the 30 days are over. 94-year-old Sadie goes into a bar with a parakeet on her shoulder. Barker to Sadie, why do you have a parakeet on your shoulder? She goes, I'm a little bit lonely, and any man that can tell me what the parakeet weighs can take me home. He goes, okay, tells her, hey everybody, Sadie's lonely today. If you can tell her what the parakeet weighs, you get to take her home. Half hour later, guy walks up and says, okay, let's see, 10 pounds? She goes, close enough, let's go. 93-year-old Robert walks up to a girl in a department store and says, excuse me, do I come in here a lot? And she goes, I don't remember. She says, can I talk to you for a few minutes? She goes, sure, what's the problem? He says, well, I've lost my wife, and whenever I talk to a beautiful woman, she appears out of nowhere. Woman runs in the house. Honey, there's water in the carburetor. He goes, no, there's no water in the carburetor. She goes, there's water in the carburetor. He goes, there's no water in the carburetor. She goes, there's water in the carburetor. He goes, how is that possible? Where's the car? She goes, in the pool. A couple's driving along, they get pulled over by a cop on the freeway. Taps on the glass, the man puts the window down. Officer leans, he goes, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Guy looks at him and goes, 'cause you're a jerk? Cop goes, sir, bad way to start a conversation. I pulled you over because you were doing 65 and a 35. He goes, I was not. He goes, I was tracking you. Wife suddenly chimes in. He was doing 70 before that. He goes, will you stay out of this? She goes, you stay out of this. He goes, listen, I know. She goes, he was doing 80 on the sidewalk before. He wasn't even in the street. And his husband, will you be quiet? Shut up. You shut up. You shut up. Shut up. Stay out of this. You stay out of this. Suddenly the cop sticks his head in the window and goes, do you guys always argue like this? She goes, only when he's drunk. You know, I don't drink. I stopped drinking the year I became a comedian. I grew up in Philadelphia, and in those days during the summer, we would go down the shore. I was part of the generation under the boardwalk. You remember that song?
Yeah.
I got arrested many times under that boardwalk. And we would go down there to drink and party. Well, I was in a bar drinking Southern Comfort chased with a Coke no ice. Now, like I said, I'm diabetic. I have a sweet tooth. I like chocolate. When I was 10 years old, my mother found me on my back drinking Hershey syrup out of the can. And so I've always loved chocolate. Now, every night before I go to bed, I have a big piece of dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is actually good for you. It has antioxidants, and it's a different type of sugar that doesn't raise the sugar levels in your blood. Well, I'm sitting there. I have two shots of Southern Comfort. Now, Southern Comfort is strong. Yeah. This is the stuff that killed Janis Joplin, and she was almost a man. And I'm chasing it with a Coke no ice. So I have two of them. A big cowboy trucker comes in with a big cowboy hat, sits down next to me and says, look at you, little man, drinking all that. You think you can drink more, little man? And I said, if you're buying, he said, I'm buying. He bought me 6 more double shots of Southern Comfort. That's 3/4 of a bottle. Now, I'm a little guy, I'm a little under 6 feet tall. I'll tell you when it's a joke. And he got up, and I was instantly loaded. I turned into liquid mercury and slowly slid off the stool until my face hit the floor. And I said to myself the same thing every drunk man says, well, I'm really drunk, it should be easy to pick up a woman now. Why do guys think they're sexy? Because they can mumble and drool at the same time. You know what I mean, ladies? You walk by and a guy goes, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm sorry, hey, come back. Well, I was really drunk. I wandered across the street. I started to fall, and I did the thing where drunks stabilize on the invisible wall. You ever seen them? It's like this. And they're fine. I walked in the bar, I'm trying to get women to dance with me. They couldn't understand me because I couldn't understand me. I'm basically going, they were giving me the finger, they were pushing me away, calling me names. I wound up in the corner, talking to a little girl who had her hair teased up, really big hair, big brown hair. That's what they did back in the 70s. And she was staring at me, but she wasn't saying anything, and I got upset. And I got depressed, and I walked out of the bar, and I walked across the street, and I stood on the end of the dock, looking down at the cold Atlantic Ocean, watching the waves, crying, nobody loves me. I'm gonna be alone forever. I'm just gonna end it right now. And I stepped off the dock. What I didn't know that 6 feet down, sticking out, was another dock. Landed on it, smashed my head on a metal pipe, woke up in jail. My friend bailed me out. I had climbed 2 10-foot chain link fences to get to that dock. I may have been drunk, but I was dedicated. Turned out to be $1,000. It was a special Coast Guard dock, so I trespassed on government property. They were going to put me in jail. We're driving home, I got a baseball sticking out of the side of my head, a bump. And he says, you were really messed up. I said, yeah, I don't remember much. He goes, what do you remember? I said, the last thing I remember, I was in the corner talking to a girl with really big hair. He goes, girl with big hair? You're on your knees talking to a bar stool. So I don't drink no more. But try and keep yourselves healthy. Try and be active. You know, dark chocolate's good. Most importantly, talk to each other and try and stay busy. I know sometimes it's hard. Reading newspapers is also really good. Reading something where you don't have to push a button to look at the next page. Just by going like this, you activate part of your brain. Oh my God, I'm hallucinating. Anybody else hear that, or is it just me? Okay, alright, just want to make sure. Woo! Alright, so now I want to get you guys going. I want to get you breathing, and one of the ways you do that is you sing. So we're going to do a couple songs. Now, the first one you probably remember, it's called When the Saints. Very good. You're way ahead of me. I love this. All right, it's a two-parter, so you can sing either part. Ready? Oh, when the saints, oh, when the saints go marching in. Good. Oh, when the saints go marching in. I wanna be in that number when the saints go marching in. Very good. You did good. Give yourselves a round of applause. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go to childhood. Row, row, row. Very good. She's got all the answers right here. You're right on top of it all, so I'm going to count on you in case I forget. All right, it's the same type of thing, but there's a second one, so you come in and it keeps it going. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but. Keep going. Row, row, row your boat. Life is but a dream. Very good. You did excellent. You did good. You know what? We should go on the road. We'll tour. We'll get a bus. We'll call it the Geezer Tour. and the young people won't know what's going on. Remember calling them young whippersnappers? What does that mean? Does anybody know? You whippersnapper? What? I don't even have a whipper, let alone snappering it. Whippersnapper. We always come up with weird words. All right, let's get into something a little bit crazy. I was on a show called The Late Late Show with James Corden, who is one of the nicest people I have ever met. It's on late night. And I played this. This is called a keytar. And it's called a keytar because it's a combination of a guitar and a keyboard. So what it works is you push a button and you're playing rhythm and blues. No hands, I got a whole band. I can jam, I can go. And when you're done, one button. Ain't that cool? I bought this 25 years ago in a Ralph's Market for $25. It was over the freezer section. Have you ever looked over the freezers? There are things up there you didn't know existed. I saw an 11-slice toaster. Not 6, not 12, 2 slots of 5 and one more on the top. Like this guy was so little, he goes, I'll put an extra one for my friend. So I bought this thing. Now we're going to sing a song you probably all remember. It's called Zippity. Oh my God, you're amazing. Here we go. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine coming my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. Ooh. It's the truth, it's actual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Look, you're all breathing now. People are going, I can inhale. This is great. Yeah. All right, now I'm going to do my big wrap-up. We're going to do a song called Louie Louie. Now, you may remember this song. The lyrics you get to sing are Louie Louie, oh, baby, we got to go now. But nobody really knows what the actual lyrics are of the song. They were drunk when they recorded it. They admitted on the radio. And if you remember the rest of the phrase, so since we don't know, I'm going to make them up. And you get to sing Louie Louie, oh baby, we got to go now. Ay, 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 ay. Here we go. Now, this is a song they call Louie Louie. I hope that you people will give it a try. I'll see you over there. You're dancing with your head. That's right, they're moving, yeah, that's what I said. We can all keep moving, that's right, it keeps you a-going. What I'm gonna say, there's no way of knowing. Louie Louie, oh baby, we gotta go now. Ay, 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 I said Louie Louie, oh baby, we gotta go now. Ay, 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 now I need somebody to play tambourine. Let's see. All you gotta do is just hit it once in a while. And you look, he's already moving. Go ahead. Just go like this. That's all you gotta do. Excellent. There we go. Look, she's dancing. She's got her arms in it. She's bouncing up and down. She's playing the tambourine. She's moving all around. That's right. Oh, she just got it in the air and shaking it up and down. She's doing really good. She put it under arms and the other. That's alright, I say that's cool. What you think now, brother? It's Jerry's birthday. He's 103. The guy's sitting right here in front of me. We want to make him feel good, so everybody, you are the crowd. I want to hear you sing a Louie, Louie, Louie loud. Come on, Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. I said a Louie, Louie. Come on, I can't hear you. Oh, we gotta go now. Now, some of you are not singing. I understand why. You know, you're here to watch the show and you don't think that you need to try. You're looking up at me, you're saying he's rapping. That ain't right. You can't believe I'm freestyling just because I'm white. Well, I got the beat, and I do it on time. Sometimes I go really, really fast, but it doesn't really matter because I always seem to make it rhyme. Now, I'm going to do my big closer. This is what I call karaoke. Don't try this at home. Keep on banging that. Keep slapping. That's it. Shake it once on. You can get up and dance if you want. No, she just won't play. All right. Here we go. Now remember, don't try this. My tongue's bleeding, that's hysterical. Great, wait, now I sound like Daffy Duck. Alright, let's quiet one more time. Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. I said Louie, Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming down for Jerry's birthday party, for sticking around listening to me. My name is Kurtz, and I want to remind you, it's not over till the fat lady squats. That's not the way it goes. It's something like that. But never give up, never give up, never give up. Keep moving. Get out of your rooms. Don't lay around. Keep busy. Talk to people. Stay active. Get outside. Get some fresh air. And try to eat a little better. It's not easy. We were raised on junk food. But never, ever give up. And Jerry, for everybody here, happy 103rd birthday. We'll see you next year too. Show's over. Safe to go back to your rooms.